The member for Lindsay.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Treasurer. Will the Treasurer inform the House about how the Morrison government's plan to secure our economic recovery is ensuring Australia leads the global recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic? Is the Treasurer aware of any alternative approaches?
The Treasurer has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for Lindsay for her work in the not-for-profit sector before she came to this place. And I had the opportunity to recently join the member for Lindsay in Penrith to meet with businesses who are using the immediate expensing provisions in this year's budget to help employ more Australians and to grow their business. Now, Mr Speaker, today's national accounts show that the Australian economy is leading the world, Mr Speaker, is leading the world, with the March quarter seeing GDP growth of 1.8%, beating market expectations of 1.5%, Mr Speaker, beating market expectations of 1.5%. And what we saw in today's numbers was a broad-based recovery, a private sector-led recovery, with household consumption being up, with dwelling investment being up, with business investment being up, with machinery and equipment being up. Now, Mr Speaker, over the March quarter, we saw the British economy contract. We saw the French economy contract. We saw the German economy contract. We saw the Japanese economy contract. But we saw the Australian economy expand, Mr Speaker. We saw the Australian economy expand. And now, with today's national accounts numbers, we know that the Australian economy is today bigger than it was going into the pandemic, Mr Speaker. Bigger than it was going into the pandemic. Ahead of any major advanced economy around the world. So we recently saw employment in Australia now higher than it was pre-pandemic, ahead of any major advanced economy in the world. And today we saw that GDP growth is now ahead of any major advanced economy in the world. Mr Speaker, today, and I know the regional members on this side of the House will be interested in this, we have seen through the year farm GDP more than 38% higher, the best numbers through the year in 17 years, Mr Speaker. That is more jobs. That is more export income, Mr Speaker. That is a stronger economy. And we saw in today's numbers dwelling investment up by more than 6%, the strongest numbers in 17 years, Mr Speaker, because of Home Builder, which has helped support more than $30 billion of residential economic activity, Mr Speaker, with more than 130,000 applications. This side of the House is focused on more jobs. This side of the House is focused on lower taxes. This side of the House is delivering a stronger economy.